Hi, everybody. Welcome to Rosie's Greenleaf Odyssey. She's asked me to be a co-host today to get her stream going and started. And her screen is showing you her aloe vera plants, and she'll be on discussing it. And we're just so glad to see you guys all here. We got Freaky Geek, Jim's Camera, Susie B, Churro Sounds, and myself. And so,
Good.
Rosie, can you hear me?
I sure can. Can you hear me okay?
Yep. So tell us
Awesome.
what's going on there.
Oh boy. Well, I'm not technically savvy like you are, Carol, so I absolutely appreciate all your help in getting started. So kudos to you and big hugs. Thanks a lot. But anyway,
Oh, you're welcome.
I'm sitting here on the back step of my porch, and I've got my camera pointed over my aloe vera plants. I'm going to stand up and I'm just going to give you an overview of all of my aloe vera. I started, this is the mama plant right here, this one right here. Can you see it? And
Yep.
there's all of her, those are the babies that I want to repot sometime today, get her. And what I do is, last year I pulled out, oh gosh, over 20 babies just in mama's pot alone. I mean, she was overdue for a thinning. But this year, I'm going to donate probably around 20, 25 baby plants again to our local garden club. It's an excellent, good cause. And aloe vera seems to be a real hit with the spring sale. So that's what I do with them. You know, I like to make sure that other people can enjoy these wonderful plants. And the history behind Mama here is, gosh, maybe 6, 7 years ago. When was it, David, when we first got her? Probably longer than that. At least 7 years, maybe 8. I don't know.
From Wisconsin.
We got it. Yeah, we brought her. We lived in Evansville, Wisconsin when I bought this. Maybe it was 4 to 6 inches tall from Walmart. I just walked past the shelf, and they had these little aloe plants. I thought, I'm going to try that. I love aloe. So I picked it up, and voila, here she is. Look at her. She's just wonderful. But she's my
Yeah.
baby, my favorite. She's my favorite. But anyway, yeah, all these, and just keep in mind that all the plants that I'm showing you came from this one plant. Plus I've given away a ton of them. So these, and the other thing too is really cool. You know, some of the leaves are look like they're a little burnt or whatever. But all in all, we just pulled these out of the back room where we have them under a grow light. And the smaller ones, like this one here, this one, our house is kind of small. We don't have a whole lot of space. But what we do is we take, gosh, must have been about a dozen plants maybe underneath the kitchen table. We've got kind of a utility table for our kitchen table, and we kind of tuck them all in underneath the table, and then we put grow lights over the top of them underneath the table, and then David sets a timer on them so they get a set amount of light every day throughout the winter. And just, you know, this is one of them. Isn't she beautiful?
She's
Here's
gorgeous.
another one. I'm just, you know, and I haven't even watered them that much. They just, I don't know what the deal is, but they don't like to be watered a lot.
Especially
Look at that one.
like that.
Yeah.
How
But
many
I'm
plants
just,
total do you have
oh
there?
boy. Well, let's see. David, count. Count them. That's your job. You got to count them all. He wants to know how many are here. You get to count. I'll give that to him. I'm too nervous to remember how to count. There's
About 25.
about 20, and I've given away at least half a dozen.
Probably about 15
So
feet.
Yeah, and like I said, last year I gave away at least 25 babies, like what Mama has, and this one has some babies. See that?
Yep.
She put some babies there, and there's a little baby. See, all those will come out. There's a little baby. These were underneath the table, and they babied. So I'm just so excited.
Now,
Here's this one.
is there anything you have to do special for the soil or how, in the
I,
pots or anything?
you know what? I have no idea. I'm probably.
There's a cheap Walmart garden soil.
Yeah, did you hear that?
Yep.
Good old
Walmart
fashioned
garden
garden soil.
soil.
I'm sure there's a better way to do it, but this is my the results of just doing it my way, Nothing special. Just
Now,
you know,
now, how old did you say the mama plant is?
how old?
Yes.
It's about 8 years old.
At least 8 years old. At least 8 years
Wow.
old. And look, she's got some new leaves coming in. See that?
Oh
She's
yeah.
still- She is still producing crazy. So, but I gotta come in and trim some of these leaves. This one's got to come off. Got to pare her down a little bit and give her some more space. But gosh, even these little ones, I don't know if you could see them.
Yep.
I didn't think they would survive. They look a little peaked, but they've got green in them, and I think they'll perk up now that they're out here. The conditions for them were in the back room on top of a shelf by a window, and that's the best we could do. We had so many plants, we don't have a lot of room.
That room is probably not warm.
Yeah, and it's
Well, it's heated enough not to be freezing, but
yeah. But I'm just excited that they're just doing so good. So,
Now,
another one.
do they have to be in direct sunlight or partial shade, or how do you have the setup there where they're at now?
Well, we found that full sun is good, but if it gets really, really hot and really a lot of sun, that kind of burns them up a little bit. But
Yeah.
we weather it pretty good.
they're desert plants.
They're a desert plant, and they might react a little bit when it gets, in the heat of summer. But they make it. They come through. It's just like the winter. I've before we bring them in, they might experience a couple cold nights, where it gets a little bit under 40, but before it gets below 35, we're bringing them in. Anything under
Right.
35 degrees, they're in the house. Yeah, if it gets 32 and they're out here, they're gone. So,
Oh
but
wow.
we have I've had to bring them out so they could enjoy some sunshine. They were so cooped up. But if we get another freeze, believe me, I'm going to be scrambling and bringing all these babies in. I'm not going to let them freeze. I'll find a way somehow, but I am just, well, I don't want to take any chances. I just love these. Look at that nice bright green. I
Oh
love it.
yeah.
I just love
Now,
it.
do you have to water these, or do they get enough water
Oh,
naturally where you're at?
that's one thing about aloe vera. They do not like a lot of water. Like some of these plants I haven't watered all winter. Not a drop.
That's why I think they pass the winter. I think when you do that and they're kind of dormant over the winter, and it's better if they don't have the water. But in the summer, it's okay if they have water.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's one reason they did so good.
Yeah.
You
You
took them in, you don't even water them.
yeah.
They store, they're up like a cactus. They store water. They don't need it.
Yeah. Well, another thing too is down here in Tennessee, I think our humidity is really high sometimes. And that might even play.
But that's affects them more. They don't, the hot is not a big deal. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. The humidity that might be what gets them in the summertime too, is the humidity. So, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
they look all like they're doing good and healthy.
What are they saying in chat?
They're all
Am I
loving your
good?
plants. And they're just saying hi to each other. We got Lulu in here and Roger and Jim's
Oh,
camera and Susie B's in here, Freaky Geek.
oh, you guys, thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. This is the launch of my new channel. I found my niche. I love, as you can see, I love my aloe vera. I love them. I love them.
Or
They're my
maybe
babies.
maybe one time you could go when I up to Murray when I fly airplanes, and
No,
you could see my photography.
yeah, well, you might need your own channel for that. That has nothing to do with gardening, David.
Now, now tell us
Yeah,
what you
gardening.
use your aloe for. What do you
What do
use
I
them for?
use
Any
it?
home remedies or anything yourself?
Well, I'm just learning about that now, but one thing that I'm going to be doing this year when I trim all these big leaves, um I'm going to fillet them and get the gel out, and then I found some recipes online. Well, one thing is if I don't have a whole lot of time, I can take all of the aloe and put it in I've got some NutriBullets. I'm going to put all the gel together, mix it up real good, and then put it in ice cube trays. And that
Yes.
way I can use it as I need it. And it'll last that way for at least a few months. So that'll give me, I really need to do that because obviously I'm going to have to do a lot of harvesting, after this long winter. I've got to, the way I do it is first I take all the babies out and make sure everybody's in a good pot. And then I start one by one, probably start with mama first, and then trim off all of her leaves, the ones I want to harvest. And then I do the flaying, and then I'll, that. But a lot of different things you can do with aloe. Um, Obviously, one of the most familiar is it's great for sunburn. Aloe
Right.
right on your skin. I could, if if we went out in the sun and we got a sunburn, all we'd have to do is open up the freezer, grab a aloe cube, and just gently rub it over your skin. It would not only feel cool and soothe the burn, but the aloe itself would be healing. So that's one
Yeah.
thing that you can use it for. And then um, the other thing I'm going to start experimenting with, and maybe I'll even go live with some of that, is I want to make salves and balms.
Yeah.
So if anybody in chat, even Susie, anybody has any suggestions for recipes, or if you've got some ideas, definitely open to experimenting and trying new things. So
I'll tell you one story from my mother when I was growing up. She always
please,
curled her hair with a hot iron,
yeah.
and once in a while she'd burn her temple or wherever around her bangs. And we
Oh
had an
yeah.
aloe vera plant, and we would harvest a part of the leaf and scrape out the gel, and we'd get a vitamin E capsule, a liquid gel, vitamin E, and
Hmm.
out and neosporin, and we'd
Yeah.
mix those three together, and she would apply that as a topical cream or salve on her face, and she would never get a scar, and the burn would go away almost overnight.
Oh wow. Yeah, I'm a big believer in Neosporin. We've always got a tube of that laying around. That's a good idea. I might try that. That's awesome.
So gel caps of vitamin E, you break it open or puncture it
Yep.
and squeeze out the gel into the aloe vera and
Yep.
neosporin mixed together, and it's a great salve. It works on sunburns
Cool.
too, just like you said.
Yep. That sounds really cool. The other thing, um, I'm experimenting with is for making balms. And I even have a little double boiler thing for this. Is you can take aloe and you take other herbs and everything, and you put in your oil, and then you boil it together, and then strain it, and then you melt your beeswax. You mix that all together, and you got yourself a balm. You mix your herbs and your oil, and you can even put some essential oils in to make it even more healing, or to, like I've got jasmine and I've got gardenia, and I love the smell of rosemary. And plus, that rosemary is an excellent herb, not only
Yeah.
for cooking, but for other things too. But, you put all that together, with the beeswax, you put it in your jars, and it sets up as a nice, herbal beeswax balm. And I'm excited that I'm going to try that. I watched a few
That'll be
videos
nice.
on YouTube. And
Well, you got Jonestead Farm just said hi to everybody, and
oh, well, hello. Thank you for joining. I want to show you something else that I just got. I did this just for kicks. I think I showed this to you, but this is my new coffee cup.
all
See that?
right, you got some merch there. You got some bling.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my bling. That's Rosie's green leaf.
So you can sit out there and watch your plants and drink a cup of coffee or tea with your plants in the
Thinking
mornings.
about
And
getting uh,
you're breaking up just a little bit, Rosie. You're froze right now, but
okay. Am I
everybody's
okay
in
now?
chat liking your coffee cup.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Now
I'm
you're back.
thinking.
Now you're good.
Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah. What I want to do is get a sublimation, or a heat press, and do some sublimation ink printing on
Yeah,
cups. I could do that for. I mean, it's not like it's not like the huge, the huge companies who do it for, assembly line
right.
thing. But
Yeah,
I would like to do it just to make cups for all my favorite, YouTube channels like you guys.
yeah, yeah.
you
That'd be
know,
great.
it would make great Christmas presents. And if anybody wanted to order one once in a while, that'd be fine. But they are going to be a little bit more expensive because, it's not an assembly line thing, but it's a, it's
Nice.
a work of,
It's not like you produce them in
it's a
mass
labor of
quantity to
love.
get
Yeah,
costs
David got
down.
it. What's that?
It's not like you're going to be able to print them out in mass quantity to keep the cost
No,
down.
no, we can't do that. I just thought I'd get up and, this pot really needs, I should have done this one last fall, but I was too tuckered out. But that one's going to come all apart. I bet there's at least 3 or 4 plants all scrunched in there. I am so surprised that they actually survived, and they look even greener. This one looks
Yeah,
even greener than it did when I put it away.
they
Wow.
all look
Look at
really good.
Better like watering them.
look at that. Look at that. I thought these guys were going to die, and they got babies in them. Look at that.
Wow.
I'm so excited. Oh, this is wonderful. I just love this, this nice light green. It shows it. They wintered over really, really well. I'm excited. I love
So
my aloe
Rosie,
vera.
Rosie, you mentioned your gardening club. So tell us a little bit about your club that you're in, and how long it's been around and what you guys do there. Give them a little plug.
Well, okay. Well, it's the Camden Garden Club here in Tennessee. I'm giving away my location. I usually am not that public, but yeah, they do a lot of different things for the community. They've got different locations where they have, little special kind of scenic plots, like at um they take care of the Welcome Camden sign for the city. or town or whatever it is. And they take care of the library ground, gardens out in front. They take care of that.
Right.
And every spring, every May, they have a huge plant sale. It gets bigger every year. And before they do this plant sale, and this is another thing I hope they'll let me do, is they put an ad out looking for anybody who has plants or flowers or beds that have been neglected and they don't want them anymore. They just want somebody to just come and get rid of it,
Right.
and especially for elderly people who just don't, who are getting up in their 80s, 90s, and they just can't upkeep their yards anymore. They go in and they'll they're very polite. They ask them, what would you like us to pull, and they go in and they pull up all the plants and leave everything very nice, landscaped, not just like a bunch of holes. They make it look nice.
Right.
So, but very, very nice group of people. And this club was started back in 1957. So they've been around for a long time. And they're great folks. They really are. So, but anyway, when they go out to different places, they call that digging. They're digging events. And if they let me, maybe I'll do a short video sometime and just show you guys how they do it, what's their process.
Yeah.
And then right after they do all these diggings, they could have a couple pickup fulls of, all the plants and flowers and things that they've dug up. So right away, they schedule a potting party. No, not
Oh,
weed,
nice.
but
Yeah.
somebody from the club volunteers a space, their house or garage or someplace, and everybody shows up and everybody brings whatever pots and tools or whatever they have, and they kind of form an assembly line kind of thing. One person gets them all ready for the pot, another person gets them in the pot and puts the dirt in, and the next person tucks them in, and that I don't know exactly what all their steps are, but
Right. Well, that's nice that they do community service and they help transplant and relocate plants for people and help them out, whether they're elderly or they just don't have time to do their planning and taking care of their landscape. Looks like Rosie lost her connection. She's trying to get back in, so she'll
are
be
you
up here in
back?
a minute. Yep, you're back.
Okay.
I was just telling everybody that it was nice that your garden club does community service and helps people out and to transplant and rehome
Yeah.
plants around the community.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're going on the Wi-Fi of the house and it.
Yeah. I think our Wi-Fi is way up in our router's way up in the living room on the other side of the house.
Okay.
So that's
Well, you're
probably
doing good
why.
right at the moment. So
But I wanted to show you guys all the pretty green inside, all the baby leaves coming up. It's exciting. So how long have we been on, Carol?
almost 25 minutes now.
Oh, wow. Well, I can hand my phone over to David, and I can do a couple pots if anybody wants to watch me take care of Mama's babies, at least some of them. David.
Yeah, you still have 7 or 8 people in here, so might as well keep going.
Okay. Now. Okay. All right. Well.
Looks like she froze up again.
Oops.
There you go. So tell us what you're doing.
Okay. Like I said, it might seem kind of cruel But the best way that I found to take the babies out is just to go straight down, okay, and just you know, go down like this.
So you got to sever that root that they're connected to mama.
Yep. See that? That's a
Yep.
good root. That's a good root. This
So
baby.
how much of a root do you want to leave on the new baby?
This
Is it going to be so many inches?
if I cut this off too short, this would grow in water and grow roots. And
Oh
then
yeah.
so you don't have to worry about it.
That's fine.
But this is perfect. This is fine. Some of them come out longer, but this, as long as it has, a few inches, you're good to go. So, and then I just grab some soil.
Yeah, genuine Walmart garden soil.
Garden soil.
And it works well with it.
Nothing fancy, really. Nothing
And
fancy.
I don't think they're really fancy about fertilizer or anything.
No.
They where they grow naturally, the soil is pretty not that great of soil. They're really tolerant of. I think it's just soil that can be that's drained, so they don't get. The roots can't handle getting waterlogged, I think.
There.
So did you put any pebbles or rocks in the bottom of the pot?
No, because these are going to be, the only reason why I'm potting these this way is because these are going to be donated.
Yeah, these are.
Okay.
See, when these,
all right.
See, the reason why I'm repotting these now is so that they'll kind of perk up before the sale. This one looks healthy just the way it is, but let them go through the shock a little bit, and then, and not only that, if I let them settle in this pot like this before the sale, when the new owner takes this aloe vera home, it'll grow better because it's already went through an initial shock. All they have to do is just take this whole thing, put it in a pot. They don't have to mess with the root at all.
You're doing it for
Right.
long term. Grab good in the bottom.
You gotta give it a resting period to get used to its home environment again before you can shock it again by transplanting it.
Well, I want to make sure that the people who get these have a good experience. So if a baby's going to go bad, I'd rather have it go bad before they get sold.
Right.
I'm
You want to give it a resting period to build up its resistance again.
Yep. But I'm so happy with my mama. She always produces wonderful.
They're pretty hardy plants, actually. You don't need a green thumb.
Yeah.
That much. I think the main thing is they can't have soggy roots.
See that one?
Yeah, that's got a lot of roots coming off of it.
See? Yeah. See that one? And that is a healthy baby. You see that?
Yeah.
Look at, even a teeny tiny baby leaf is coming up out of that one. So this one ought to do very well.
That looks really healthy. Nice color and really thick stems coming out of it. Yeah.
That one will be great. This one will really do good. You got to kind of curl it around in there, but she'll be all right.
You're just facing down.
Yeah. No, okay. I got it in there. Yep, she's in there. I got her.
Well, that'll be good for a month before you do it.
Oh yeah. Well, this is just the perfect size for getting them ready for sale. So aloe vera is such a wonderful healing plant, and I feel like I'm helping other people heal.
Just donate them to the gardening club, and they sell them, and that's where they get their money to do stuff.
Yeah, but the people who get them are getting a nice, healthy plant too. Yeah. I mean, this plant has really been awesome. So maybe I'll do a little one now. Get a little one.
Can you get a bigger pot?
No, I'm going to do a little one. I'm going to do a baby.
Yes.
Well, these two are kind of together.
It's a forever plant.
Well, she's a procreator extraordinaire.
So really, they're all clones. Really, they're not what they are.
Okay, this one just kind of fell off. See, that's still good.
That was all.
That's still good. You just got to get it in your pot. Ah,
I'll probably make it.
oh yeah, it'll be fine. You'd be surprised. Just gotta get them in there good and firm so that they feel tucked in.
Yeah, they're pretty
Right.
hardy. Just don't let them freeze. That
Yeah, yeah. So, like I told David,
because they're all.
if it gets below, 40, we're making a mad dash for this aloe vera.
40's okay.
No, 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 no. Anything under 40, they're in.
All right.
I don't. I put too much work into this to just leave it to guess, David. They're coming in.
Yeah, they all look nice and healthy.
I'm just excited that
Yeah,
they've wintered over
That's kind of
so
neat. Yeah, they've
well.
been sitting underneath the cable for all.
Yeah, yeah.
And they didn't even water them really.
No, no. Are there any questions? Is anybody making any comments?
No, the only one so far that's really asked a question was Lulu. She was asking about replanting it, and you already discussed that and showed us as you were doing it.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you just you kind of gotta, I guess I have a feel for where my knife goes. You really have to be careful. I mean, I probably shoot
Right.
a few times when I first started out, but I've gotten to the point where when I get my knife in there, I can kind of sense, where her babies are, where her roots are. You know, I never really pierce mama's roots.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, what I do is I cut off right, I kind of shave her root as I'm taking the baby off, but that's as far as it goes. And you've got to do that, you got to get them out somehow.
Yeah, basically, you get one of these little ones in a year or two, you can start doing this.
Oh, I have to tell you another story. Not me, David.
Oh, come on.
No.
Okay, that's nice. You're gonna shoot me.
About 4 years ago, I donated a plant to a cafe downtown. It's called Daymaker Cafe downtown here, right across from the courthouse, and donated it to them, and then just kind of forgot about it. And then couple of years, 2, 3 years later, went back, and that thing was even bigger than, I think it was about as big as my mama plant, because they've got like a really nice glass window with more sun than what we have, and I think it has just a little bit better environment, being in the
what I think
cafe.
it is? They don't like the humidity. That
Yeah.
was inside and got all that sun. They like
Yeah.
the sun. They just don't
They
like
don't like
humidity.
humidity. But anyway,
Yeah.
I went in there, and man, see this one right here? Show them that one. You see how that one's bent over? That's part of that plant. There were two small ones, like maybe like this, maybe this size, I don't know, I forget. But they grew up so big that they kind of squeezed out of the pot. That's how one of them grew. And I went in last year, and I said, well, if you'd like me to, I'll come in and thin it out, and I'll donate all the babies to the plant sale. And so I did that. But man, that sucker was huge. I mean, look at that. That's from that one. So
Everybody in chat's been saying how nice your plants have looked, and Lulu said you look fabulous, Rosie. So don't be afraid to be on camera.
Yeah, Rosie.
I don't now I'm camera shy. I'm not ready for that. Okay.
Well, we'll have patience.
It's got.
Well, Rosie, this whole county is going to be aloe vera that you have brought to them.
Yeah. Well, it's just
You're gonna have the whole state of Tennessee with aloe vera.
Oh, no. Well, all I know is if I do, fine. It's a great plant, and if I can help, that's fine with me. So
Now, does your garden club have an exchange program where you guys can swap and share plants like this? Like,
yeah.
I guess they can do that.
Yeah,
too.
after the plant sale, they have meetings and stuff. They do that too. So, but
so it'd be a good way to join a local club and get plants that you might not have already in your yard by swapping with other club members.
yeah. Oh, this one's gone.
Yeah, that meeting went, they people brought seeds that they're not using. And so
Yeah.
we got a bunch of zinnia seeds.
There. I'll write down later. Oh, look at this teeny tiny baby. See, even oops, missed that one. That's okay. If you bruise a leaf or don't worry about that. It'll heal itself and it'll keep growing. You don't have to worry about it if you nick something. They grow.
That one will even grow, I think.
Oh yeah, this is fine.
Yeah.
It's got a good 2 inches. You just have to.
They're pretty good. They're pretty good at transplanting.
Well, the trick is, I think, is as soon as you pull them out of and I don't know, it's
We'll let the roots
if
dry
you-
out.
yeah, as soon as you pull them out of the ground, I mean, you can't pull them out and then leave them for tomorrow to plant. You've got to
Yeah,
do it immediately.
They'll dry up and they'll start using all their moisture up.
Yeah. Well, they might not grow, but if you want your aloe vera to do well, you plant them as soon as you take them away from the mama plant.
Yeah, they
You
may
do
be
it right away.
they may not be as bad as some plants, but
Yeah.
it's still not good,
Yeah.
good to do it right away.
Oh, I think I'm gonna cut this leaf so I can get down here.
So you can get a little stuff out of that one.
Yeah. See that nice gel in there?
Yeah,
Oh,
kinda,
yeah.
Leaf?
you kind of skin them like a fish, like you fillet a
Yeah, you
fish.
flay it. That's what
Flay
it's
it,
called.
yeah.
It's called flaying.
You kind of decide to get it like a fillet knife and flay it like a fish.
Yeah. Now this one is a little trickier because it's right next to mama. Might have to put this one in water. Ah. Yeah. See, but that'll still grow. I'll stick it in water, and if it doesn't seem like it's going, I'll stick it in dirt. But if it doesn't seem to do anything, then I'll stick it in water. But the thing is the plant itself is healthy. But this one was right up against mama, and I was not gonna sacrifice mama. For me,
So
if you're
aloe vera is a real good plant for beginners because it's really forgiving for people to start with.
It's a pretty tough plant.
Yeah.
It's not,
well, you gotta have some sense. My suggestion is anybody who's starting out, watch a video like mine or somebody who's even more advanced first and jump in and do it.
I think the main thing is you got to be able to, water's got to be able to drain on it. You don't want the roots and soft in water.
Yeah. The biggest
It's all right for you to get a lot of water, but it's got to be able to drain.
Well, and I think another thing that new aloe vera beginners might do is overwater the babies. Just leave them alone. They'll tell you if they need water. They'll either droop a little bit but normally they don't need anything. You just tuck them in. Real good.
They're low by the cactus. They get the water and they store it right in their leaves.
Yeah.
They're not a cactus. They're actually a succulent, but it's a lot like a cactus.
Well, my biggest tip is just when you plant them in nice and tight so those roots are tucked in. When you feed your babies, make sure they're tucked in good. So, but that's I still got 1, 2, 3, 4. Still got 5 more babies, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
You get 20 of them out of that one.
19. I got 19. Well, 20. There's one under there. I got 20 babies out of this year again.
Wow.
So, But anyway,
That's amazing.
I think where they actually grow, they end up being like just spread out.
oh yeah, well, when they're out,
They just take over.
when they're out in the desert, these leaves just they just
They
go.
just keep doing that, and they
Yeah,
keep spreading,
yeah.
and
They're, I mean, this is a baby compared to
then they just crowd out everything.
what's out in the desert. These are just babies compared to how they grow out in the desert.
Yeah, they're just
So-
they just out compete everything. They just overwhelm them.
So, but anyway, if there are any questions and if everybody's pretty happy with what they've seen, I think we're gonna call it a show. And I'd like to thank everybody for showing up.
Yeah, we had to see your face now.
Oh, shut up! You weren't supposed to do it. Oh, David, don't.
Okay.
You're not. You're fired.
Well, Ghost Lord just came in, and we still have Lulu. We have Jim's camera still here, and
What's that?
Jones Farmstead. You still have people here, so we have 8 people still in chat.
You still want to? I don't want to bore anybody. I'm just gonna sit here and, like Susie does her painting. I'm sitting here doing my potting.
Yeah.
So potting, I will go and just, if anybody has any stories about aloe vera or plants in general, I would love to hear them.
Maybe
If anybody's there.
never know, Sasquatch might walk by.
And Gerald, if there's anybody else who would like to tell their plant story, if Jane has any stories that she'd like to come on and share, you want to share the link in chat and have somebody come on and share some stories, we're definitely open to that too.
Yeah.
Come on in and
that'll be good for some future shows to do that. And everybody's just saying hi right now and saying they love your plants. And
well, that's great. I'm glad you all came. This has been an adventure.
Well, thank you. This is kind of a first for Rosie doing this. So
Yeah. Well, I've been wanting to do this for a long time, so we're finally here.
there you go.
It takes, I'm a little shy, obviously, but
you're not there.
well, when it comes to some things, yes, I am. You don't.
I'm not shy.
Shut up.
I'm the color commentator.
No, shut up.
Well, that's what'll keep your show interesting, you and David.
We don't always agree on things, and we get a little colorful once in a while.
There you go. People will like that. A little banter back and forth never hurts.
Yeah, he pisses me off once in a while.
Just sneak her in the camera once in a while, David. You don't have to tell her, just do it.
I need some more littler ones. I want some like, please. Small. That's good. That red one's good. Thanks. If nothing else, he's good for it. He makes for a good assistant. But yeah, we're getting it down there. There's only 1, 2, 3. I think there's one more under there. Yeah, there's 20 of them. Oh my gosh.
So when you go live again next time, whether it's in a couple of days or whenever, let's look up and share some aloe vera, what their properties are and what we found, what they're good for. And if anybody sends you an email, is there an email you'd like people to share stories to you so you can read them online or talk about them?
My email is right on my channel. When you click on the Facebook link, everybody join my Facebook group, by the way. You click on that, it says one more link. When you click on that, it has my email, and it's rosie@mailfence.com.
So
all right.
What part of Tennessee are you in?
Middle Tennessee.
We're not middle. We're
It's kind of a little bit.
We're more western.
We're about 90 miles west of Nashville.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
something like that.
We're considered like West Tennessee.
Yeah.
We're kind of center, but
Yeah. as far as the National Weather Service goes, we are right, our county is right on the edge of the western Memphis, National Weather Service district. We're right on the edge.
We're like
So,
we're like 30 miles south of Kentucky.
yeah. Let me get these other ones here. Ah,
I had a question on it.
oh, look at this. Those are good ones. Got a question?
No, there's not any on there.
No, it was just where are you as
Oh.
far as Tennessee? And
Yeah, Middle Tennessee.
there you go.
Well, kind of.
Well,
Well, it's called West.
it's called,
Western.
I don't know. It depends on who you're talking to.
But it's a long state. We're more west than east.
Yeah.
East is like the Smoky Mountains.
They were just asking in general. You don't have to get too specific.
Yeah.
Oh, we get the last 2 blocks to do it.
Here, we got you tucked in.
That didn't take very long to do all those.
No, this is fine. Look at all of them. Get a
Oh,
close
that's
up.
amazing.
Let me see them. See them, my babies? Isn't that great?
I'll do fine.
Those are fantastic.
Yeah, I think we're doing great.
Yes.
I'm glad I decided to do this. This is fun. It makes makes the chore go a little easier. Where did I put my knife? Lost
It's
my
in the
knife.
pot. It's in with Mama.
Thanks, girl. You didn't know it, but you're an assistant too.
I can be useful at times.
Oh, girl. Okay. Let's get the rest of this out of here. We might even get this done. This is great.
Yeah, you might as well finish up those few plants, and then it'll be about an hour you've been on. And
Oh, this one's going to be great. See, when you're pulling them out too, if you've got room, you can kind of feed down in there, That's what I'm doing with this. You can.
oh yeah,
Or root the better.
Well, and this one's further away from the mama, you know what I mean? So it has more root in there.
right.
So I can probably
So you can give it. There you go. Yeah.
see that.
Oh, look at that. That's nice.
Ooh, that one's great. Now we need one that's a little bit deeper for this one. How about that green one right there? The green one. Yeah, that'll work. Thank you, sweetie. There. See, perfect. Ah, okay. We got 3 more in there, and then I got a few more over here yet to plant. So, oh, this one's got little baby in it, little baby leaves too. Look at that. They're green. I just love
Oh
them.
yeah.
Look at that.
Wow, that's amazing.
When you have babies that have little, when they're coming out of winter storage, basically, and you've got little, green leaves sprouting from the middle, you got a healthy plant. So I'm very happy this year. Lots
Now,
of.
one thing I don't know is, can you transplant aloe any time of the year, or does it have to be a specific time? Like outside plants are usually a specific time you transplant them or replant them.
Well,
I don't.
I would not do it. I would never do it in the fall.
Yeah, probably.
When I think, I'm just guessing off the top of my head, I wouldn't go beyond June, as far as transplanting aloe. That's my guess. That's because after that, you've got, it might be, the heat might be an issue. And I'm talking about Tennessee. I'm talking about my local area where you're living. Maybe, like in Arizona or something, maybe you could plant throughout the year. But here,
Arizona, you could plant them outside.
Yeah, but when you're, in our climate, I wouldn't do any transplanting after the end of June, because then you've got July and August. Those are hot months, and then you're going into fall. If you're going to if you're living in Tennessee or, states surrounding,
Spring or early summer then, huh?
my suggestion is to do it early, you know, early spring, or, like this is, I know spring isn't here yet, but when the weather gets nice like this is a good time to do it. But again, keep an eye on the weather. That's what we got to do. If it gets below 40 degrees, especially those babies, you get them inside. You do not let them out in the cold, because they are a little more vulnerable than the bigger plants. So be vigilant with your babies. That's my, that's my,
I'd say
That's
maybe
good advice, no matter if it's for plants or something else.
say
Take
what
care
now?
of your babies.
What's that?
I said that's good advice, no matter if it's plants or what it is. Take care of your babies.
Yeah. Right.
I would say it'd
Yeah.
make a really good indoor house plant if you could have like a front face and get a lot of sun.
Yeah. Yeah. If you were inside and you had,
You better pay a lot of sun.
yeah. But you
Yeah,
have to, the only thing I would say is don't keep your house too cold, because they are a,
Well, if it's in your house, they did fine in the back room when it's like 40 degrees. They did doing
no,
fine.
well, yeah, but it's kind of a cycle, they
Yeah.
expect that in the wintertime,
Yeah.
but I'm saying, in the summertime, when they're used to real hot weather, you don't want to fool them into thinking it's cold weather time by keeping your air conditioning cranked way up. It's not a good idea.
I don't know. I think they. Okay.
I would say, put them on a porch where, you don't need a whole lot of air conditioning, where the sun is, and you can keep it a little bit warmer out there. That's my suggestion.
Yeah, if you live where it gets cold in the wintertime, they won't last the winter out. So they just
Mhm.
once the plant actually freezes, it's just dead.
Yeah. Oh, it's believe me, I've been there. I've done that, and it's not a happy thing to do. Yeah. Oh,
That's kind of it's kind of a more southern plant, I guess.
this little one. Let's do this little guy. Ah, there's a teeny tiny one too. Oh, wow. Oh, where'd I put you? I lost the knife again.
Probably in the soil.
Oh, I can use the.
You can fall down.
Oops.
It's in it, right? It's right there. Right in your
Okay.
lap there.
Funny. That's
You
funny.
gotta get some new eyeballs.
Yeah. Well, I'm a tad nervous too. So,
Susie B says you're doing a good job transplanting, Rosie.
well, thank you. I love my babies. What can I say?
You
Even
put
these
that
little,
in a little one.
there's another one coming right there.
Yeah, but that's
What?
don't have to be that tall for that little one.
Oh, this is fine. It's fine. I'll use it,
All
I'll use
right,
that for the next one.
all right. No more comments on the peanut gallery.
I was just thinking, oh, peanut gallery's a little lively here.
That's what you hired us for.
Yeah, I suppose.
That's
you
why
guys.
that's why I get the big time cash, man.
Yeah,
And it's rolling in it.
you're right. Okay. See, now I just another thing too. Another reason why. Okay, I want to give another tip, and this the one that I just pulled out is case in point. After you pull out a bunch of babies, some of them won't pull out, but they'll be just lying in there and loose. And you want to make sure that you take care of them right away too. Otherwise, if that if they're laying there in loose soil, you know, they're not healthy. That's not healthy for them. So when you when you commit to doing babies, you get them all at once. Don't leave any behind, because you don't know how the, you know, how they're intertwined, or you don't want to leave anything behind laying loose like that. This one just fell in my hands when I pulled it out. So you want to make sure that you get them all. So I'm sure there's other more experienced aloe vera gardeners out there, and maybe I'll get some funny comments. I don't care. But this is the way I do it.
Well, the good thing about this, Rosie, is that you're showing us as beginners on how to do this, and then everybody will just have to do what's best for them, whether it's their area or how they learn how to do this.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
as you can see, I've been successful the way I've been doing it, so I'm not
Right.
complaining.
It's not rocket science.
No, no, I'm happy with, you know, things have been going just fine.
It's a pretty hardy plant. Just don't you have to worry about the water a little bit, and don't let them freeze, and they'll do fine. And the soil doesn't
Yeah.
have to be great.
Let me come down here. Okay, you see how I'm doing this? Rather than use the knife, after you get, like I said, after you get a bunch of them, dig them out. Get your fingers right down in there. Okay?
You can probably break it.
Yeah. And this is, ooh, look at that one. Look at that green.
Wow.
Isn't that great?
That's nice. That's nice and healthy.
Oh yeah. This one, oops, I better just, this one needs a big one. I think I'll just give it.
Lulu from the UK now says she definitely wants an aloe plant, so she's going to have to look one up in the UK if they have them.
The what now?
Okay,
Lulu says she definitely wants an aloe plant now.
Oh, cool.
I'm sure you got them in UK.
Oh, these are, they're,
One thing I know is there's different species of aloe vera,
oh yeah.
and some aren't edible.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta
get the right species.
yeah, these are edible. These are very edible. These are very healthy
Yeah.
aloe vera.
There's different species.
That's what I have to look up too. I actually don't know what species this is. So for the next video, I will tell you what species this is.
This is Walmart species.
This is Did you hear that? Peanut gallery again. Peanut gallery again.
Aloe vera Walmartis.
You know what? Susie, I want to direct this at Susie. Quiet, peanut gallery. When I'm at my computer and my peanut gallery gets mouthy, I'm gonna have an animation of a dancing peanut going across the screen. That's what I'm gonna do, and it's all because of you, Susie. You gave me the idea because of the dog tank.
We got them all.
Nope, there's another one.
Lulu said they do have aloe vera plants over there, so she'll have to check her garden centers. And she can have Lulu, if you know anybody that has them in their yard or in a plant, get babies like Rosie's showing you. Just transplant them yourself.
Yeah. No, if you find anybody who has aloe vera, and if you offer to weed them, or tell them that the mamas will do better if the babies are harvested. And I'm sure, if you get with the right person, they'll give you babies just for helping them out. And I'll tell you, these in a few years, like this one here, this one right here, next year it'll be that size or bigger, that size. These grow crazy.
Yeah, running 2 years, you have all kind of babies.
Yeah. And they'll be having babies. Now this one's a little closer to mama. Yeah. I still got a good root.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Yeah, that's a good one. All right. That's it for this one, I think. I'll twirl her around and make sure. Mama, you did good this year. I'm very proud of you.
Give mom a little more dirt.
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah,
will.
make sure everybody talks to their plants. You gotta talk and
Yeah.
love you on your plants.
Oh, I do. Even, even through the winter, I come out and I say, you guys are looking really good. It's going to be a couple more months. It's going to be another month. Hang in there, guys.
Play them some music and read to them and tell them some stories. They
Yeah.
all do good.
Well, they're living things and they have energy fields too. And you have to feed them with loving energy. That's what I think. I'm like,
Yep,
maybe
exactly.
I'm a little weird.
Well, plants
But
have
that's what I
kind of an
think.
intelligence. It's just a very small, and they communicate with different ways.
Okay, let's take a look at
Now,
mine.
Lulu wants to know, is it just once a year or can you take babies out at different times of the year?
Well, once I do this, okay, it's a good idea if baby starts sprouting, they're not gonna, like you might get one like this, in the summertime, but it's best to let them winter over and let them, like this one here, let them get established. I mean, this one will still grow, because it got a late start, but my suggestion is, you could if you wanted to, but the way I do it is once a year. I go through and I strip all the babies out, plant them, donate them, whatever, give them away. And then, let them grow through the summer and then pull them in. We pull them indoors when it starts to get when it gets to about 40, they get pulled in.
Now, will your mama plant get new babies before this coming winter?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
She will. You bet.
And there'll be all kinds of them, but
All kinds of them. That's why I keep clearing her out. And not only that, it's healthier for the plant. She'll grow bigger.
well, especially if it's in a pot.
Yeah.
I think if they plant it outside, you just keep spreading. It'd be good, but
Yeah.
in a pot, they only got so much room.
But
So you could probably take the transplant or take the harvest the babies a couple times a year, then like in the spring and right before fall, then maybe, huh?
Well, I don't.
You
The
could.
reason why I don't do it in the fall is because I think babies do better when they're in real sunlight rather than a grow light.
Maybe
Okay.
I did the winter mower, maybe.
All
Yeah.
right.
And you can,
Let them get started good before they.
if I would say if you have a porch that gets really good sunlight through the winter, fine. You can harvest your babies in the fall. But we don't have the space and we don't have a porch like that. So
We just
that's the way we do it.
kind of have a thing to keep them alive.
Yeah. When winter comes, we pull them in and we pray that they make it.
Well, let them go through the winter, then early spring or early summer is the best time then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the best time to. Well, what you've done is you've let your babies, your mama's, first of all, you clear out the babies, and that gives mama a break because it is when mama's got babies, it takes just like a real mom, just like a human mother. It takes resources from the mother, and it tires her out, and it takes she doesn't.
When you're in a pot, there's only so much resources.
Right. So, but but she'll grow now. She'll get regenerated. She feels better, and she'll shoot out some more some more baby roots. They'll pop up through the summer. In a few months, I'll do another live, and I'll show you how she's doing, and we'll see little babies shooting up right around here again.
Yes.
So, but I put what I do is, because we've got a cat, I put rocks in here, okay?
Right.
And even though with a little space here and there, so the babies will work their way through. I had all these I had all these rocks in here.
It's a litter box.
Yeah, the cat will use this as a litter box. So be careful. If you've got cats, watch your plants, you know. Sometimes they don't, you know, they're not, our Sparky is not very nice.
They pee in there, and that's not good.
No, that's too acidic for the aloe vera. Not healthy
Oh,
for her.
guess what, Rosa?
What's that?
I said, guess what?
What?
You've made it past your first hour already.
Oh, wow. I'm amazed.
Oh,
Okay. So, well, this is tucking in Mama Plant after taking all the babies.
well, you're a star now, Rosie. Don't get a big head.
No. Oh, Peanut is dancing. Something up. Ugh, the peanut gallery again.
Yeah, you need more sense of humor, Rosie.
Oh, you need less. Anyways, well, there you go, guys. So I think we're gonna call it a wrap. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
I gotta see your face. You can say goodbye in person, can't you?
No.
Okay.
No, you put it on. This is the star of the show today. Is my Mama Plant.
Yeah, the
Mama Plant. Yeah.
Plant.
Yeah.
That's great grandma right there.
Yeah. This plant is the mama of everything you see here. Everything that's here came from her.
Well, you see, in the wild, there'd be that more plants around a big circle or something.
And not everything that she's, you know, I mean, there were 25 plants from last year, and there were at least a half a dozen other ones I've given away. So, you know, she has really been prolific. She's been a good mama.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody in chat is saying thank you, and they've all had fun, and they all say continue doing lives, and they just love it, Rosie.
Thank you. Well, I am so happy everybody came in, and you know, after the video goes up, you know, leave me some comments, you know, make sure you like it, subscribe if you haven't, and tell your friends about it. You know, I want to keep doing it. This is my niche. I've been into gardening ever since I was a little girl. My grandma and grandpa had they didn't have a garden. They had a field garden that all the kids had to go and weed and hoe and do all that in. So, and I loved it. I love working in my grandma's garden. So it started early. So with that, Daryl, you can pull the plug. Thank you very much for helping me out. I appreciate it. Thanks to the moderators that, you know, you and Jane and Susie. Thanks for accepting being mods, you know, and I hope you stay on. Let's see this channel grow. Let's have some more fun.
Yeah, we look forward to more adventures with Mama and maybe some other plants, and who knows where this channel will go. Thank you all, everybody in chat, for showing up tonight. On behalf of Rosa and Mama Plant, we thank you and love you all for showing up, and look forward to new videos. And check out Rosie's Green Leaf Odyssey on Facebook. She has a group page, so you'll find more stuff there. She'll be posting on that, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Love you guys.
Bye bye.
See you next time.
Bye bye.